Welcome back, everyone. Going into hour number 3 here. Let's start fighting.
So, before we take your turn, Dan, can you repeat what you said to me on the break?
As a wizard, we have a spell called Mage Armor that lasts 8 hours, and presumably you would cast it way before you get into danger because it lasts so long. But since it's my first time ever playing wizard, I forgot to say out loud that I was casting it on myself. So I'm at your mercy, Adam.
I was gonna say, so what? Like I said on the break, what we got here is a classic Mordenkainen's Faithful Watchdog situation where I would have done it, I just didn't say I did it, and if you didn't say you didn't do it. So rather than just be a dick and be like, "Ha, fuck you," let's just roll. I'll give you a 50-50 chance to have remembered. Do you want low or high? Do you want 1 to 3 or 4 to 6?
1 to 3.
All right. Nope. You forgot. That's why God gave you a turn, and you can do it on your turn.
Okay.
You should have gone high, man. It was Adam. What are you doing? What the fuck are you thinking?
I meant to cast 8 on everyone too. No.
Yeah, I would have also forged a +5 sword while we were resting. So Mop, you're hidden currently.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
I will take the dash action and dash right up behind this cart. And then that's my action.
All right.
Before I like make the dash, I'm standing next to Dim, and I start like stretching. I put my hands behind my back, stretch them, crack my knuckles, and bend over, and touch my toes, and then just make a quick dash 75 feet towards the thing.
Okay.
The wagon.
So since you were like out in the open and like running straight towards the thing they were already looking at, I'm gonna say you're not hidden anymore, but you do have cover behind the wagon.
Okay.
Because you were just out in the open running full force forward. So
sure. Yeah.
All right. So you run up and crouch down behind the wagon. And then let me take a quick look at this big guy and see what's what for him. Okay. Yeah. So he reaches down into the water and he picks up a huge metal like morning star. It's a big long pole with a huge iron weight at the end. And he looks towards the wagon and starts to lumber towards you. So let's see. So 30 feet there, and then let's see if he can get to you. No, not yet. So I think he'll, he walks up to the edge of the field, and then I'm gonna hold his action there. So he kind of stops at the edge of the field and slaps the weapon into his hand as if challenging you to come forth and fight him. Dim, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
You hear Dim cast Mage Armor
inside
the bush.
There it is. There's that Mage Armor.
Cast Mage Armor in the bush, and just stays hidden in the bush.
All right. So
what's your AC now?
15.
Nice.
Okay. I will put a little shield on you. There you go. Okay, cool. All right, Dim. And then the spirit, this like a ghost thing, rushes forward with supernatural strength. Now it doesn't get to attack. It moved further than it could, but it just flies forward, screaming in pain and rage. And it's basically like a perfect shadow version of the peasant who was killed. Whose body fell in the field. And he just like rushes towards you, shrieking with rage. Daxa, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm going to. I can't stay stealth. I'm gonna have to move forward in order to use any of my spells. So I'm gonna do that. How far? I don't know I actually don't know what my speed is.
Probably 30 if you're human.
30? Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's see, space. These numbers are so tiny.
You can zoom in if you need to. There's a little.
Yeah, I can't see like the whole map either. Just have bad eyesight. That's 30 feet. Okay.
That was 35.
That was 35.
Back one.
Yeah. Okay. How far away are we? 70 feet. God damn it! It's just out of range.
You're 60. You're 30 feet from the shadow thing.
Oh, where is that?
It's in between the two of your friends. It's right here.
Oh, jeez, I can't even. Oh, but he's not. Yeah. Okay. I'll use my Dissonant Whispers spell then.
Okay, sure.
What's that do?
All right. You whisper a discordant melody that only the specter can hear. So he's going to make a wisdom save.
Oh wow.
What's the difficulty on this save?
It's
Like your spell DC, whatever that is.
it's 8
It's
plus.
on your spells tab, Am. That's
My
top.
spell DC, 15.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So he has advantage for reasons that are not clear to you. And I get an 18.
18.
So he takes, let's see, on a successful save, half as much damage and doesn't have to move away. Okay. So why don't you roll 3d6 and we'll see how much damage he takes. Okay. So he takes 3. Takes 3 damage. All right. So it's hard to tell that the specter has been dissonant whispered because it was already like screaming. But the screams go from like rage at the living to some other source. And I think we see the shadow like grab at its tear at its spectral hair and shake its head, screaming in pain and anger as Daxa assaults it.
Yeah, what do you scream at it? Or whisper?
Well, we don't. That's the thing is we don't hear it, right? It's a discordant melody.
true.
So we see Daxa's lips moving, but no one can hear it but the creature.
That makes sense.
Yeah. It's like the end of Lost in Translation. All right. So the skeleton.
Don't remind me of that, Adam. God damn it! I'm gonna get sad now. It's your fault.
That's the spell he uses on her at the end of the thing to make her go back to America.
I know. She takes 3d6. It's crazy.
Yeah, totally. Scarlett Johansson, 3d6 damage.
Yeah.
All right. So the skeletons, they fire. They fire their bows. So they're gonna shoot them at. They're gonna shoot them at the paladin, who is now I think within 80 feet of everybody, but they have disadvantage because of your spell. So let's see how that goes. 4 shots at disadvantage, AC 20. First shot, miss. Second shot, these are all going to be misses. Third and fourth, close. All right, so the fourth one is the closest one, but yeah, that golden light deflects their ability to shoot at you. They can't look at you properly. They're kind of firing near you, and they're not able to get you.
If this were the comedy Court of Swords special, I'd look. You really are the commander. But I don't actually say that.
Oh yeah, that's right. They're not at disadvantage. They have to make wisdom saves. Okay. All right. Well, I'll remember that for next time. The spell's going to be over anyway, so it doesn't matter regardless. Luther, go ahead and make your do your turn. It's your turn.
Let's see. Make an attack or cast a spell that affects an enemy. The spell ends. Let's see. We still got the wizard in the back, hanging out. If I move away, it's an opportunity. Well,
one trick in D&D is you can move around an enemy, and it doesn't trigger an opportunity of attack. Like if you move around their box.
so if I went like,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can't actually stand there though because the wagon's in that square.
oh, okay. All these guts are moving to the wagon. They're alive.
Just wiggling around.
Well, I guess it'll just be. I was almost like, I'll go out there and then say fuck them, and probably get shot anyway and die because this big guy's gonna move up. Make a wisdom save. He's probably dumb, or not a lot of wisdom. He's not very wise. All right, well, I need to play it safe and attack this thing that is in front of me.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, we'll just make a regular single attack against him using the long sword. Click on long sword.
Yes, yeah. And so as you do so, as you swing your sword down, the curtain of golden light sort of peels away and fades as you emerge from this halo, sword first.
Yeah. Right.
Ooh, nice. All right. So you got a 27, which is definitely enough to hit this creature. Now, when you want to do damage, in the chat log underneath that 27, or it says longsword, you just click that bad boy. All right. Cool. So you do 9 damage.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So yeah, how does Luther fight? We haven't really seen this. Are you making like quick like disciplined actions, or are you like roaring and swinging your sword around? What does Luther's battle style look like?
Well, currently in this train of thought, he is looking pretty sloppy with it and just roaring and just slinging the sword down as hard as he can.
Yeah, shield bashing and sword swinging.
It doesn't look like the disciplinary soldier fighting style that you guys are used to seeing. For sure.
Nice. Okay,
And,
cool.
There's one attack. If the thing's still up, I'll make the second attack on him.
Yeah, so it is. Your sword passes through it, and there is an effect. You can see some of its ectoplasm, disperse, but it doesn't have the same. If this were a living creature with flesh, this definitely would have hurt it more. Something about its nature seems to be protecting it from some part of the attack.
Let's take the second attack then.
Yeah, make another one. Ooh, not so much on that one. So the second swing, the creature seems to flow out of the way, unless you want to use your bardic inspiration.
It gives me what, a D8?
D8. Yeah.
Yep.
Actually, yeah, I'll go ahead and use it because I didn't. On the last attack, I didn't want to add smite to it after it had already been you explained how the attack went. So what do we just R/R with D8?
Yep.
Yeah. /R space D8.
Or just do it.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yes.
15.
So yeah, with your bard's help, you're able to connect on this attack.
Okay, and I will be adding smite to this one.
Okay. Cool.
Let me mark it off on my spell. One spell. So click on longsword.
Yep. So this is same amount of longsword damage.
And then 2d6 on smite for first level.
It's undead, so you get to roll 3d6.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Thanks for
3d8, sorry. 3d8.
Thanks for looking out for me.
Nice.
Nice. 17. All right. So the creature, your actual sword isn't so impressive against it. Doesn't seem to be bothering it that much. But when you imbue it with divine power, it definitely makes a mark. What does your smite look like?
I would say the smite is more of after I swing my sword, there's a second swing that follows the sword and kind of makes a boom and like a little crack across the ground where it hits. I like that, like a golden light.
Golden spectral sword that follows the swing.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So the creature shrieks and recoils from the attack. It doesn't quite kill it, but it definitely wounds the thing.
Okay.
And it's pissed. You hurt it real bad, and it's mad. So you made your attack. Do you have a bonus action you want to use, or do you want to move?
Let's see. I will move around the creature. It's okay. Try not to leave it and just go to this spot.
Okay.
It's okay. I don't think I have a bonus action to use. Or a spell that would count as a bonus action. Well, I can't ready a dodge as a bonus action, can I?
No. Dodge is a regular action.
That's the end of my turn.
Okay. All right. So as with the first body, the commander whispers to the corpse and conjures forth another specter as his turn, and then he retreats a little ways through back here. All right, Mop, it is your turn.
I will try to finish off this creature right in front of us. So I will get 2 attacks and then one unarmed strike. So first attack will be with the spear, using it 2-handed. 25.
Yeah, you hit.
13. Because I add my dex to it, so it's 8. We'll max damage on that.
All right. Yeah, you disperse the specter. You shove the spear through it, and it's still kind of glowing and burning away in places from the smite. And then you stab into the heart of it, and it burns away, disappears, and it leaves behind a little kind of peach pit sized black stone that just falls to the ground.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that to kill it in game, so I was ready to kick it, but then I just hold the kick in air and kind of pull it off to the side and lower it back down to the ground. Yeah. And then I will I'm going to hold action with
No, you can't. You
I
just use
can't
your
because I
action.
guess my attack is 2 attacks regardless. So
Yeah, you just used your action.
I'm not gonna do anything else. That's my action.
Okay. All right. Well, now that now there's a target in charging range, the big old corpse guy, the ogre zombie, runs forward, swinging his two-handed mace, and his morning star comes hurling towards you, and let's see if he connects here. Yes, he hits you, dear paladin, for 15 damage. So yeah, Luther, you hear the whistle of the Morningstar cutting the air, and then it slams into you, and it's like getting hit by a raging horse. And you get your shield up in time, but it bashes the shield against your body. You stagger back, and you can feel it rattling in your bones. Dim, it is your turn.
Okay. Give me a second. You look at ranges on spells. Okay, it's 60 feet. Let's see. Nope. So I am just going to move from here to there, dashing, and that's it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right. So this the second specter is going to move up here to the edge of the line and hold there. Daxa, it's your turn.
Cool. So if I have a spell that's one action and another one that's one bonus action, I can cast both in one turn, right?
It depends on what levels they are.
Okay. One's level 1.
Yeah, you can only cast one that's a spell slot per turn. So it's like you can cast a cantrip and a first level spell, but you can't cast 2 that have levels.
Okay.
Yeah, even if you have the action available.
Cool. Then I will use my heat metal on the morning star that this guy's holding.
Nice. Okay, cool.
I learned that from you.
Mm-hmm. It's a good trick. It's a good trick. All right. So, metal weapon that you can see within range, cause it to glow red hot. Any creature in physical contact takes 2d8 fire damage when you cast the spell. Let's see. Must succeed on a con save or drop the object if he can. So, go ahead and roll your 2d8 because he just takes that damage.
Nice.
Okay. All right. So there's a sickening sizzle as the ogre's dead flesh starts to burn in its hands, and the mace starts to glow. Cool. All right. And then do you want to move? Do you want to take any other bonus actions or anything, Daxa? You can give bardic inspiration to somebody else if you want to, because it's a bonus action.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. I'll give. Who's up next? Luther's up next again.
The next person in order is Luther.
Okay. Or let's see. Trying to figure out. I have cutting words, but you can use your reaction to expend one of your uses of bardic inspiration. So that's only when they actually are like doing something, right?
Yeah, because it inflicts like a penalty, right?
It says you can choose to use this feature after the creature makes its roll, but before the GM determines whether the attack roll or ability check succeeds or fails.
Yeah.
Okay, so that would be on the monster's turn, right?
Yes.
Not my turn. Okay.
Now I gotta roll a con save for him to see if he drops his weapon.
Okay.
Which
he drops it.
He does. Yep.
Cool.
God.
I'll use another one of my bardic inspirations for Luther, and say like now's your opportunity, Commander, and I like whip out my lute again and like pick up the song where I left off.
Yeehaw! Let's get them, boys.
All right. So the skeletons, The two on this side, they will use their turn to execute these other two human prisoners, so that there are more corpses for the corpse fields, which resets that. And then the other two skeletons will fire their arrows at the paladin. So here come 2 shots. There's the first one, which is a hit for 7. And then the second shot is a miss. All right, so while you're fighting with this ogre, it roars and like drops its weapon on the ground, and I think it like bends over to kind of grab it as it drops it, and then an arrow flies past it and stabs into you. And you look past and you can see the 2 skeletons down here pointing their bows at you. And then these 2 have just executed these peasants, and so they are done their turn. It is your turn, Luther.
Oh, I'm getting inspired. Getting my music from the background, getting hit in the face with morning stars and shot. Oh God, pain. All right, let's try to hit the ogre then.
Okay.
Let's make a swing on him.
Yeah, he's slow. You hit him.
Oh.
All right, let's.
Okay. No, I was just surprised that you hit him.
Oh.
Go ahead and roll damage.
All right, I'm gonna throw a second level divine smite on this dude after the longsword damage. Let's see, so 8. So that makes it 4d8. He's undead, right?
Yes. Oh, yeah, he's a big ogre, but he's got like cuts and places where he's been sewn back together, and yeah.
Right. 3, 4. Boo! Those 2s and 1s at the end. What?
Yeah.
All right. So you do him another 15 as the golden sword cuts through his gross corpse body.
Yep.
All right. You got another swing.
Yeah, I'll swing at him again. Hey.
Nice. Yep. No problem.
I'm gonna throw another second level smite on this.
Okay.
I'm trying to get this die down. So that's 2. All right. And what did you say? Get up and enter again to do the same thing, or
Yeah. Up and
Yep.
enter.
Yep. You can do that.
doesn't enter? No.
No, that just does the last.
Oh, you'll
thing.
have to
That
do
was
it twice
damage,
or
yeah.
something. Sorry.
God damn.
Man, fucking. Yikes.
Choke.
Okay. All right. So another 12 on that second hit. All right. Cool. So you're just hacking into him. The golden sword doing its work, and the creature is slowly coming apart as you chop at him.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right. Well, surprising no one. The wraith conjures up another specter from one of the dead bodies. All right. And Mop, it is your turn.
Trying to see if you tell me if I need to make a perception roll for this, but I don't necessarily want it to be my full action. If I survey the battleground in front of us, I see this giant ogre, and then I see these guys behind us. Are all of these people wielding bows? All these enemies facing towards us?
All four of them have longbow or short bows. Yep.
Okay, and all these things are just dead bodies from what we can tell? Okay, and this guy's really far away from us in the back?
He's an actual distance, but he's 100 feet from where you're standing.
Yeah, okay. We'll just focus down the big guy, I guess. I move around to the... I can't move up to this square. You're not going to let me move up to that square, right?
No, you can't stand there. That's where the wheel is.
I will lose my cover and stand next to our commander and start attacking the big bad. So here's spear attack, 25. It's probably a hit. 8 damage.
Yep.
Second spear, 26 for another 6. So it's 14 total. And then as my bonus action, I will use... should have used the second, but whatever. I'm going to use Flurry of Blows, so I make 2 attacks for 1 key point on him. And with that, I'll also use Open Hand technique coupled with Flurry of Blows, so he needs to make a Dexterity save or be knocked prone. So I'll do that with the first attack, the first unarmed strike if it hits. 20?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So 9 damage, and then he needs to make the Dex save.
Okay.
If he gets knocked down, I get advantage on the next attack.
So it's Dex or be knocked prone. What's the difficulty?
15.
Okay. He has advantage, but it doesn't matter because he's real slow.
All right.
Yep. So you knock him prone.
And then another hit, 26, another 6 damage.
Okay. All right. Cool. You are stomping the crap out of that zombie. So let's see here. I gotta check heat metal real quick. Let's see. So he drops the object. If he doesn't, okay, I see. So it's hot if he tries to use it. All right. So he is going to. I think he's gonna try to. He's gonna try to grab. Grab the paladin. So he's going to try to seize you. He's going to make a grapple check. It's an athletics check contested by your athletics or dexterity. Luther, I'll roll, and we'll see how that goes. So he's going to use half his movement to stand up, and then he's going to try to grab you. I got a 20.
Jeez.
So you can oppose with your acrobatics or athletics, whichever.
All right.
Hey.
Okay, all right.
21.
So he roars and like lunges for you, and the two of you are just kind of like grappling around, and you're wrestling with this huge dude while your monk friend punches the shit out of him. Okay, cool. Dim, it's your turn.
Dim will step out from the bush to get clear line of sight of the big old zombie, and shoot some scorching rays at it.
Okay.
So first one, it hits.
Yep.
For 11.
Okay.
Second one, wow, for 6.
Okay, give me a second on that second one. So the first ray, scorches across his chest, cuts it open. We get some like burning zombie meat coming out of the wound. The second one hits him square in the chest, rips right through, drills a hole through him to the other side. I have to make a save for him. He took 6 damage. Okay, so it doesn't kill him.
Okay, and then
third one.
Then last one, 11. That's a hit, right?
Mm-hmm.
For 11.
All right, 11 damage. Yep, he's fine. He doesn't die. No, he has advantage on all these.
Son of a bitch.
So yeah, you're just like firing through him, and he doesn't seem to notice or care. You're just like burning him up with lasers.
Okay, and then I will step back behind the bush.
All right, cool. Okay, so the specter on this side begins to move forward. Yeah, let's see how far that one is. Okay, cool. This one can rush up and attack. All right, so one specter moves up from the body. The other one rushes forward towards you, and it's going to attack. It's going to attack the monk, I think, this time. What's your armor class?
19.
Nice. Okay. Just grab him here. All right, so he gets to make one attack on you. And nope, he misses. So he lunges at you with his claw, and you dodge out of the way. He snaps empty air.
Great.
Okay. Daxa, it's your turn.
Cool. I'm gonna use my dissonant whispers on the ogre this time.
Okay, sure. Okay. All right. He's got to make a wisdom save with advantage. He fails, so you go ahead and do the damage.
Okay. 3d6.
Yep.
11.
11. Okay, let's see if this kills him. Let's see. It does. Yeah.
Nice. Thank God.
Nice.
Kill him with these.
I'm really curious. We'll never know as a character, but as a player, what did you whisper to him that ended his life?
You're fat.
No, my secret weakness, my self-esteem.
That's just mean.
Yeah.
I don't even want to live anymore. And he just lies down.
I'm watching my calories.
Dick. All right, so you say something horrible to him. Yeah, he grabs his head and roars, and then he just kind of like the life goes out of him, and the body tumbles over backwards and crashes to the ground. What do you want to do now, Daxa? You can still move if you want to.
Yeah, I'm gonna move up to, let's see, space bar. I'm gonna move there.
Okay. All right. So you move up. Okay. The skeletons, in response to your spell casting and flapping around, they are going to shoot at you, Daxa, with their short bows.
She getting cover?
So, no, she's standing by the wagon, but she's not in cover.
Oh.
I had cover when I was there. What the fuck?
Yeah.
All right, this is the one you get. You have cover because you said you were taking cover. And I'll give you.
Okay.
You specifically said I take cover behind the wagon, whereas Ann said I walk up to the wagon.
All right.
But that's fine.
Gotcha.
I'll give it to you this time. So you have a +2 to your AC. So
You
your AC
specifically
is
have to, like, declare that you are taking cover. It's
yeah,
not
because you're describing your character isn't just standing by the wagon. You're like crouched near it and like using it to cover you.
Oh, okay. I thought being behind the wagon implied that it was cover.
No. It's not that tall. Standing behind a wall or something would, but yeah, it doesn't automatically grant you cover. But you're hiding behind it, so that's fine. So you have cover. So that gives you a +2 from the partial cover of the wagon. So your AC goes up to 17 because it's 15 right now. Okay. All right. Here we go. So 4 shots, no advantage or disadvantage. One,
Oh
2.
my god, the double crit. Are you fucking kidding me? Jesus fucking Christ.
So the fourth shot
Adam,
isn't.
that crit was not a crit. That was an 8.
Okay, all right. So you want to
I
use?
just want to use one of my rolls.
Thank
Okay,
God.
all right. So you only get hit twice. You take 5 from the first shot, and then you take another 6. So you take 11 total from the skeletons.
Okay.
Okay, so what does that look like, Dim? Like you knew this was coming, right? So I think we see we see her like run up and then just get like shot full of arrows.
You?
What
then
are
we
you
see
doing?
that in Dim's reflecting in Dim's eyes before you start running.
Like every morning I get 2 flashes of just in a moment, and I don't know when it's going to appear, but I can see it ahead of time. And the reality of what I saw is what happens. It's like these extreme, powerful visions that just take me in the morning, and like I see them, and that's what happens.
Oh, that's awesome! It's so good. So yeah, like we see you get horribly mangled, but then we snap over to this timeline where you don't get shot full of arrows. Cool. Okay. So yeah, let's carry on. So the skeletons are done their turn. Luther, it is your turn.
So we got a wraith beside us and this large guy laying here.
Yeah, the large guy's dead. There's a shadowy creature near you.
With the size of this guy, like if I declared I was taking any cover behind him, would I receive any cover from the arrows?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
No, why not? He's a big dude.
I'm gonna swing on this old wraith beside us. Yeehaw.
Okay, so you do want to like use the ogre's body as cover?
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be nice.
Nice. 25.
Okay, cool. Yep. All right. Do you want to use your divine smite?
No, I'm running low. I think I need to save those for the bigger threats in the back of this place.
Sure. Okay. So you swing your sword through his ghostly form.
Mm-hmm. Now, does it even seem like it even affects it at all, or is it just?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
You're doing something. It's hard to say how much or what.
Right.
The second swing, however, you just go wide and dig your sword into the body of the ogre next to you.
Yeah. All right. And then with claiming to take cover, if I'm able to, then yeah.
Yeah, it's part of your move. That's fine. Okay. All right. So the wraith on his he uses the last available corpse to conjure up one more specter. And Mop, it's your turn.
We'll attack the creature in front of us, the second specter rather. I do want. Let me look at something real quick just to confirm. Is that a bonus action? Yes, it is. Okay. So yeah, attack with spear. 14.
On the Spectre?
Yes.
Yes, that's a hit.
8 damage.
Okay.
Second attack with spear, 18 hit, 12 damage, and then an unarmed strike, 17 hit for 6 damage.
Okay. So that's what total? 16, 20,
26. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. So yeah, you're punching this thing and your fists are like partly going through it, and it's very chilling, right? Like your hands come out, and I think we see, like, despite the insane heat, the sweat on your skin is like freezing into like crystals as you punch through this thing.
Okay.
So you're not doing much to it, but you aren't doing nothing either.
All right, and then I end my turn.
Okay. All right. Dim.
Okay. Dim, after having that powerful flash, he decides that he sees a nice group of clustered enemies in the distance there, and decides to power up a good old fireball. It has a range of 120 feet. So it's a 40-foot square. It'll hit all the 4 enemies that are clustered down there on the bottom right.
Yeah. Let me give you a little fireball here. So, what did you say the radius is?
It's a 20 radius, 40-foot radius, 20-foot 40-foot square.
20-foot
Okay.
radius, 40-foot diameter.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I also like that it took about 43 weeks for the fireball to actually be cast on the show, so can now officially confirm that this is indeed a D&D show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's 40 all the way across. All right. Let me show the aura for this thing. Can you? Yeah, you can see it. Okay. So you want to place it like there?
Yeah, just to cover as much of the enemies and the bodies that are there as possible. So like move it down 1 and over, just so it hits that other body too, just in case.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good call. Okay. Just as a clarification for your divination thing, you got to use it before I roll.
Okay.
You can't counter a crit like that, but that's
okay.
Fine. Okay. All right. So I need to make some saving throws. Yeah.
Yep.
right.
So I will roll damage. So
What's the DC on your saves? And this is a dex save.
15 dex.
Okay. All right. So I have advantage on these. So
For 31.
Right skeleton, left skeleton, right specter, left specter. Okay, so the 2 specters fail and the 2 skeletons succeed, and you do 31 damage.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you evaporate the specters. There's a conflagration of fire that evaporates like it's a cube on the map, but it's a sphere in real life, and it burns up the bodies. It evaporates the ghosts, and suddenly like just all the water underneath just turns to mist and then gets washed in by the other mud and water. And then the skeletons, I think you probably kill them too, even at half. Yeah, you do. So even at half damage, they try to throw themselves out of the expanding ball of fire, but they do not succeed.
Just before Dim does his spell, he's like, I'm going to summon a fire elemental. And then he's like, shit! And it just explodes into a fire instead.
Right, so maybe we see for a second like an elemental start to form, and then you lose control of the spell and it just blows up.
Yeah.
I love that. That's awesome. Okay, cool. So yeah, you just nuke that area and they disappear. Good stuff. Yeah, the bodies also burn up in the field. Cool. All right. So that means that it is the remaining specter. It's his turn. So he is going to move. Let's see. He's gonna move here where the other one was, and he passes right through the 2 of you. So it's very unnerving. Kind of like washes through you, and the same thing, like you have these marks of frost on your armor, and yeah, passes right through you, and he's gonna make an attack on Daxa. So let's see here. Nope, you're lucky, Daxa. You dodge out of the way. Yeah, he emerges out of Luther's back, sort of shrieking, and lunges for you, and you manage to move aside, and he grabs empty air. And now it's your turn. You got a specter right in front of you.
Great. I will use my. Let's see. I'm gonna use Phantasmal Force on the Spectre in front of me.
Okay.
So let's see. It's like putting a Bogart in its mind.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hold on. You might not want to do that. Read the last sentence of the first paragraph.
Last sentence. Oh, wait. Constructs? Was this a construct?
No, the other part about undead.
But he's not undead. He's like a spirit, right?
A spirit of undeadness.
He's definitely undead. Yeah. Yeah,
Well,
he's a ghost. He's like a ghost. He's undead for sure.
There was another one. Well, because but that's not the same thing, right? Undead is like a zombie. And a spirit.
Yeah, he's a medium undead. He's a form of unliving creature.
I don't understand the difference.
It's because you're not a necromancer. I mean, there's basically anything that's like the product of like the living dead, like zombies or skeletons, and then also like wraiths, ghosts, things that were human, but then died and were brought back by fell magic.
I think I had seen another spell where it specifically said like spirits or something. So in my mind, I assumed that they were two separate things and that it would list them both.
Yeah. No, these guys are immune to illusions, or this illusion in particular.
Cool. Then I'll just with my attacks, I have a crossbow and a rapier. How many attacks do I get if I don't move anywhere?
You get one. You can attack him with your rapier.
What about the crossbow? Because it has one.
Yeah, you have disadvantage if you attack at point blank with your crossbow.
I took a crossbow expert for my feet.
Okay. I don't know what that. JP, you have that. What is crossbow expert? I know that it does some stuff, but I'm not.
Crossbow expert. Well, and do you have it? Go ahead.
Yeah,
Do you have it written down? Oh, okay. I didn't realize you had it written down. Perfect. Yeah. All right. What does it do?
Being within 5 feet of a hostile creature doesn't impose disadvantage on ranged attack rolls.
Then fuck it. Go ahead.
Great.
Okay. Yeah, you hit it.
Okay. Nope, that was a mistake. Sorry. Click the first one.
All right. Wow, that's a good damage roll. Yeah, you kill it.
Oh, sweet. Perfect.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think what happens is that it's still like kind of halfway out of Luther's back, and Luther, you feel a crossbow bolt like bounce off the back of your armor because Daxa, you shoot it right in the face. It goes right through its head. It dissolves, and then the crossbow it absorbs most of the force, and then the bolt bounces off the back of his armor.
What the?
You got a spider on you.
And I think, and does it say you can make a second attack, or is that only hand crossbows?
It's only hand crossbows.
Yeah, this is when you attack. When you use the attack action and attack with a one-handed weapon, you can use a bonus action to attack with a hand crossbow you are holding.
Okay.
And
You're using
bards
a-
don't get martial proficiency, so she
Yeah.
can't wield a hand crossbow.
Yeah.
Cool. You killed it. So good work.
Sweet.
All right. There are 2 skeletons remaining. So actually, yes, you can move if you want, Daxa, too, because you haven't taken the move action. I just want to make sure you have that opportunity.
Can I move and cover?
If you can move to somewhere that would grant you cover, sure.
Okay. Because I think right here, that's 30 feet right here.
Yep. Yeah. So you can run and take cover behind that bush.
Yes.
Perfect. All right. So you dash over there and drop down and hide. The skeletons. Let's see. You're still the softest target, so I'll take 2 shots at you. I love that you're still concentrating on the spell. So there's a red hot morning star underneath the zombie, slowly like burning its way through the thing's corpse. Like there's steam and smoke like, pouring out from underneath it.
That's metal.
Gross. Yeah, that's pretty metal. All right, so the skeletons take 2 shots. 2 shots at you. You have AC 17 because you're under cover. 2 hits. 1 for 5. 1 for 3.
Okay.
It's gonna be
and
go ahead.
they're gonna move back. Okay. All right, Luther, your turn.
They're moving away. Is the dude way in the back? Does he do anything else, or is he just kind of hanging out?
Every turn he's been raising specters from the newly
Okay.
dead.
Okay.
But he hasn't done anything else.
Mm-hmm. How much life am I at? Well, this whole melee range thing kind of sucks. Guess that I'm going to move forward that slot.
Okay.
And then I'm going to, right there, I'm going to cast Lay on Hands on myself using 15 of my 25 to heal.
Okay.
Put that there. And that's an action. And so, yeah, I guess that'll be it.
Okay. So you move forward, call on the magical power of the fountain to heal you, and it does so.
Mhm.
Okay. So this guy, let's check his movement right here. All right, he is going to.
Whew.
He's going to move up behind these two skeletons, and he's going to hold his action. Mop, your turn.
All right, we got to have a rules off here to make sure I'm doing everything properly. So
Yeah.
I want to first move 40 feet in the direction of the guy that just moved. So
You're taking a move action.
a move
40
action,
feet.
which is normal.
Okay.
I'm taking my movement of 40 feet.
Yep. Like you're entitled
and then I will use a key point to use the dash action.
to. Move yourself 40 feet first.
Okay. He's probably going to cast a spell. Here, let me do this. Let's use the special thing. Right there.
Okay. All right. So you move forward.
Yep.
Sure. Alright.
And then the second part of that will be using a key point to Step of the Wind to take
Okay.
the dash action.
So
And then-
Step of the Wind gives you a dash action for a key point, right?
Yep. And then
Okay. So I'll let you move another 40 feet.
Would a dash action, is a dash action just a second movement or is it 80?
Yes. Nope.
No,
It's
it
just-
doesn't give you a
sec-
movement again.
Second move. Yep.
Well,
So you'll be
shit.
5 feet away from him.
Yeah.
Redo.
I've already moved forward.
Yeah.
I'll just attack one of the guys standing next to him, I guess.
Okay. So you are going to spend the key point.
Move key point
there.
up to here.
Okay.
And then I will make the normal 3 attacks. So 2 spears and 1 unarmed. 11?
No. 11 is not a hit.
Okay. What do these guys appear like to be wearing in front of me?
They're wearing bits and pieces of armored scrap. They have some armor, but not like a full suit. That second spear hit does connect.
8.
Okay. All right.
And then an unarmed strike of 11, which is probably a miss.
There's a miss. Yeah.
And then I don't think I can use 2 key points in a round because that's all bonus action stuff.
You've already used your bonus action.
All right, that's my turn.
Oh yeah, you don't get that unarmed strike anyway because you missed.
Oh right,
but-
because it's my bonus action.
It's a bonus action, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Dim.
All right. Starting from where I am, I will move up 30 feet to this square.
Okay.
And I am just in range of the skeleton next to the monk. It's 120 feet range on. I know a spell that unsummons undead. Hold on. And I start channeling, but how does it go again? I can't. Whoa! It's just like a firebolt just comes shooting out from.
Nice.
Shooting out.
And rather than like firing in a straight line, it probably like flies like a firework, like
Yeah.
spirals off like randomly. Yeah, ends up hitting him. Okay, cool. Yeah, you hit. Roll damage.
Okay, for 7.
All right, he blows up. So yeah, right in front of you, there's this high pitched whine, and then a bolt of fire hits the skeleton in front of you, Mop, and then blows up. There's like bones and chunks of armor that flies everywhere.
Yeah. I lift my
Nice.
spear over my shoulder and turn around to Dim and just nod. Although I'm 120 feet, so he has no idea. I'm sure.
All right, Daxa, it's your turn.
Okay. What's the range on a light crossbow?
I believe it is. Let's see here. Light crossbows range is
8320.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Same as a short bow.
What did you just say? 83.
Up to 80, and then after that, 320 feet. So you're in regular range on this guy.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I'll just shoot at the skeleton.
Okay. No,
You rolled a 1. Jesus.
definitely not. Just boom, and it flies past him, and lands in the water. You gotta adjust for the wind for the next shot. The skeleton nearest you, Mop, draws a short sword and runs over to you and tries to bury it in your body. I got a 16, so he misses. You parry it out of the way, no problem.
Yep.
Luther, your turn.
Well, let's go see if we can engage old other dude back there in the back. 60 feet of a dash. Yeah, I'm heading this way. Does this water count as difficult terrain or anything?
No,
Or we get
no,
through it?
it's all like thin and mostly like it dried up here. So yeah.
All right, I'm just getting to him. And
Okay.
that's pretty much it.
All right, yeah. So as you run towards him, he welcomes you with open arms. He reaches down to his side and draws forth a shadowy sword, and raises it over his head to swing it at you.
Okay.
So the two of you are gonna crash into each other. But before I make that attack, let's take a break here.
Yep,
Right.
that works out. Cool. 1 hour left to go here on this episode of Court of Swords, rather. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more. See you then.